I've been making these videos for a while and I still don't know how to make them start without feeling awkward. Just got back from the airport. I still have marks from the sunglasses I was wearing when I was driving over here because for once the sun has decided to come out. I didn't even have to turn on the light of my ring light. This is all natural sunlight just seeping through my window. Okay, I can already tell that the editing process for this video is gonna take a while because I'm doing that thing where I ramble on about nothing really. And so I'll get like 30 minutes worth of footage and I have to condense it down to 5 minutes. So I should just cut myself off while I'm talking about nothing that's really worthwhile. Okay, in these videos where it's just me talking to a camera, I want them to be more improvised. Sometimes I'll like write out a script of like talking points I want to bring up in the video. But this one's just gonna be kind of open, whatever. I don't really know what it's gonna be about. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video, honestly. Yeah, so I was visiting with loved ones these past couple weeks, which is why I haven't made a video in a while. And you know what? I don't think that's really a bad thing because I haven't felt the need or interest to engage on social media as much lately. I mean, I'm not a very social person in real life, and being social on the internet just doesn't really match for me. It's gonna sound like I'm really like flip-flopping my point of view on this, but getting on Twitter or Instagram just feels like a real hassle and just like a real like tangent or just a weird use of my time. I'd rather be doing other things than just like sitting and like scrolling through pages of bullshit news on my phone. I've even thought about like deleting my Twitter account because personally it feels unnatural to be on social media all the time, and so I just kind of don't do it at all. I don't like to do things that are too uncomfortable all the time. I mean, if there's really like no point, like I will leave my comfort zone if I feel like I'm gonna gain something from it. Like if I feel like I'll learn something very significant from doing something I wouldn't normally do, then yeah, I'll do it. But social media, it's like I don't really gain a lot of life experience, I guess, from going on Twitter and reading about people having fights and bad grammar when they're trying to call each other assholes for having different viewpoints. Like, hey, you don't agree with me, fuck you. Oh, what does that do? I mean, some of the funny stuff on Twitter is great, it's entertaining. Or there's some really cool stuff on Instagram, like I like to look at people's photos or Photoshop work. This is the stuff that I like to see, creative Photoshop work. I mean, come on. Why don't we reward the more creative social media users? Why do we give more attention to people who don't even know what Photoshop is? Anyway, I like it when I can discover someone who's interesting and puts out really creative work. But unfortunately, that's not the majority of people who are on social media. We get things like Kim Kardashian's butt pictures or celebrity babies. Just the things that is in popular media. It doesn't spark my interest. And so I don't go online that much anymore. And if I do, it's usually because of like YouTube or I don't know, if I'm really bored just to stir some shit up on Twitter. But even that is just stressful and frustrating and really pointless, so I don't like to do that anymore. Over Christmas, I got into kind of a beef with someone over something. I just don't like it when people try to pass off their opinions as facts, and so I called someone out on doing just that. And I asked for them to, like, you know, just to give me some sources of like where they were getting these facts, which were actually just opinions. But of course, they weren't going to admit that. And I just asked for like, hey, can you like source me some links if you're gonna claim these things? At least try to educate me before you just tell me to fuck off and say that I am a pretendarian. I didn't even know that was a thing. Why is it that you can make up words just to help your own argument? How am I supposed to know what you're saying has any truth or substance to it if you can't even send me a link to even like a Wikipedia article? I don't understand why people are so quick to be so defensive and hostile towards people who question anything that they say. Wouldn't you rather have more people on your side? Why are you trying to push people away? I mean, isn't the point to educate and to debate, to share words with each other? You know, actual like meaningful words? Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to update y'all on why I didn't make a video last week, because I've been doing real life things and I'm losing interest in social media. I even think I should downgrade my phone because this is a Galaxy S8, but I don't use a lot of the features that are even on this. Like there's this thing called Bixby, which is like Siri for Android. But I haven't even bothered to set it up because I don't know what this is about.
Hi, I'm Bixby. It's great to meet you.
That's creepy.
Sign into your Samsung
Yeah, I haven't taken the steps to set this thing up, so I'll probably just get a different phone that's less expensive and less advanced. Because it's just not for me. It's not bad to be a millennial if you're into all this, but I just feel like very out of place sometimes. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep doing the things I set myself up to do. I'm just gonna keep working on my personal projects, try to get a job later down the line. Okay, that's it for this little ramble thing, talking aloud to my camera alone in my room. Bye!